to go before we break for lunch.
Yep.
And then we've got our Henry and I wandering around the paddock aimlessly last night, accruing intelligence and data. And great insight from Ollie West, who's driving both this weekend.
And I've got to say, when I went out for my little paddock walk, there was quite a few people, mums and dads, asking me where my hoodie is. And well, you'll have to wait and see the show.
I think, mate,
have to wait and see the show.
You got that in America. I think there's a market there. Right, we've
anyway,
got the grid clearing. Ralph Martin on the pole from Felix Tandy. We saw Felix drop from leading at several points in the first superheat. He ended up coming 7th after that trip over. Henry and I could barely cope with the race, the first superheat. We're going to try and cope with this one. We've got a green flag and we're about to go racing. It'll be the red lights come on. The 5-minute warning board goes up, so the red light can come on at any moment. Now, there it is, and it goes out immediately. That's a very quick finger of Dan Ashton there, who gets this underway. And who is that? Is that Ollie West?
It would be Ralph Martin,
Ralph
who's
Martin
taking
leading
the lead.
That's Felix Tandy behind, yeah.
Yeah, and then Ollie West is 3rd in the bright green crash helmet. So Ralph Martin in the number 32 kart. Ollie West on the outside going up the hill. He's actually dropped back to 5th position now, behind Oliver Woodall and Henry Hales. So they've begin the descent down towards the carousel. Tandy chasing Ralph Martin with West there now. He moves back into 4th place. Henry Hales, who was so impressive this morning in Superheat number 1, already looking to the inside of Felix Tandy. Side by side, here we go. Well, they've just picked up where they left off this morning.
Yes, they have.
Good to see, Joe.
Yes. Normal service has resumed in the mighty Bambinos, and Felix Tandy just having to sit there on the outside, and of course that was to his disadvantage. As we've got to move for the lead, and Henry Hales, he had a lot of speed coming out that final turn, and he's carried that through turn 1. On up the hill they go. That's Felix Tandy on the 28. Behind Felix Tandy, you've got Ollie West, Heath Smith, Junior Wright and Oliver Woodall. The first two, though, Henry Hales leading into Spoon.
Yeah, and Oliver Woodall trying to cut through between the two drivers. He's dropped back a little bit there now, but he did pass Ollie West briefly. Now he's faded back a little bit. But, I mean, Henry Hales, so, you know, these drivers, 6, 7, 8 years old, 6 and 7, the majority of them. Henry Hales had a win this morning, so he had his wheat a bit. Oh dear, there's Felix Tandy and Ollie West. West showing that he can be aggressive and moving into 3rd place. Henry Hales, he took his win this morning and it has just boosted him so much his confidence. He's come charging up to the field. I'm not sure he would have made some of those moves yesterday, but now he's had a race win under his belt.
Yeah,
his chest is puffed out, his shoulders are swinging, and he's thinking, I belong here at the front. I'm a winner, just like these other kids.
Well, he's learned how to win.
Yes,
he's learned how to win. He's continuing that. Behind him, glued to his rear bumper, is Ralph Martin. And behind them, Ollie West has Felix Tandy for company, right on his bumper. Felix Tandy learning all the time as well in his 2nd ever race weekend, as is the majority of these 6, 7-year-olds. Second round of the championship on these electric karts. So the 2nd weekend on these electric karts. However, we did have 2 mighties at one law, Ava Garrett and I can't remember the other driver who was there. Sorry. We're out on their mighty Bambinos in amongst the C50 Coma engine karts, and apart from shooting off the line better than anyone, the electric karts, they were exactly the same, producing the same lap times. So they can mix. I know we don't really like to, and here they are off up the Dragon Straight towards Spoon, and it's absolutely nose to tail for Henry Hales and Ralph Martin. I'll just fade you down, Henry, if you want to die. Henry Hales, inside line through Spoon. Slides very wide indeed, or just lets the kart breathe out to the left-hand side. And
Raptors is the most dangerous.
Almost side by side. Are you back? You're still alive. You're still alive.
Yeah, dying is complete, and I'm back with it now. And just in time to see side-by-side action going up the hill.
On the grass there for Ralph Martin. He ran out of road, basically. He tried to go around the outside of Henry Hales, and that's always a threat, isn't it? It's always a risk when you do that to actually run out of track.
Yes, and but Henry Hales, he didn't continue to drive out and force Ralph completely off track. He was more focused on getting his line right than to stopping another driver. As the rest of the field come along, and look at this, there 2, 4, 6 in a row. Oh, and there's one. That's the number 6. Is that Christian Doshi?
Christian Doshi, yes.
Christian Doshi in on the grass. But you've got Hales, Martin, West, Tandy, Smith, and Woodall. With Junior Wright back in 7th, then James William, Jack Harper, Ava Garrett, the rest of the top 10. So 6 drivers, 3.5 minutes to go. Any one of these 6 drivers will be thinking I can still win this race as we head up as the green flag there past the incident of Christian Doshi.
They're coming back together, actually, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are coming back together. And Ollie West,
the accordion,
is kind of broke away from... Yeah, the accordion. They do extend and then come back together.
Yes.
Ollie West is broken free of the advances of Felix Tandy. And Ollie West almost on the bumper. In fact, he is. I would say that is on the bumper now of Ralph Martin, as we've got a 2-card battle now developed into a 3 as they head up the Dragon Straight. Felix Tandy just being left behind slightly with Heath Smith trying to get on terms with him. They're side by side for second. Ollie West down the inside of Ralph Martin. And the green helmet there, making the move.
Ollie West. Yep.
Ollie West has gone through into second.
And look now at Tandy, Smith, and Woodall, how much closer they are.
Yeah.
And at the end of this lap, if Tandy, Heath, and Woodall haven't caught the top 3, they will have caught them by spoon curve at the start of the next lap. Because Martin and West are now forcing Hales to be a little bit more defensive, as there's Arthur Barth walking away from his kart, so Arthur Barth becomes the second retirement. But now we'll see. So we're going to see a great camera shot going through turn number 1 of them pushing and drafting with each other, overtaking each other.
Yeah, Ralph Martin tried to, and you know what? He tried to go down the inside. However, he backed out of it.
Yes.
And by backing out of it, it allowed Ollie West round the outside. He's fallen back towards Felix Tandy. The 2 leaders have broken away. And once again, Henry, we're going to have back markers becoming a factor. As down the inside at Spoon has gone Ollie West. Ralph Martin, not so much forced around the outside, but ended up on the outside of Spoon Curve, much to his disadvantage, as Ollie West makes quick work of the first of the back markers.
Yep.
And the rest of the Bambino field go through, and they've gotten by. That's not going to be a factor at all.
No, indeed. And Ralph Martin there in 3rd place dropped back a little bit. The back marker helped him get back in touch. Tandy is with Ralph Martin, and now it's down to Heath Smith in the number 18 kart and Oliver Woodall in the number 40 kart to try and catch back up, because we could have a 4-kart train just under a minute to go. So this will be 2 laps to go. West, Hales, Martin and Tandy. There goes Hales looking to the inside as we... and yet Hales has got the move down the Dragon Straight. There he comes, takes the position. West tucks into his slipstream. Now Martin and Tandy close back in under braking, and the 2 become a 4. Oh, Hales runs wide
again,
though.
Yeah, he ran wide before. That was when Ollie West came down the inside, and he's lost out, hasn't he?
Yep.
He's lost out to Ralph Martin there, who's now on the bumper of the leader. He lost a lot of time, did Henry Hales, going all the way around the outside of Spoon. And Ollie West has got the optimum line through 6 into turn 7. It's Devil's Elbow next, the right and left, taking a very tight line there. Now into the left-hander. They'll come through there, and then the track will drop away at the compression there. And there's a back marker into the final turn, and the back marker's just ahead of the leader, Ollie West. Will the back marker become a factor, or will they be able to clear? Yes, I think they're going to clear easily. Or the back marker just not quite getting in the way and staying out to the left and allowing this field of 5, potentially 6 karts clear.
Yep, 6. That was Arthur Thompson.
Hill's back in, Henry.
Here we go. Look at this. 4 wide up the hill.
That was slipstream.
Oh, brilliant.
That was the drag factor coming into play. Hills went into that onto that straight in 3rd, and he just had that slipstream that assisted him in getting by. He's leading into the carousel for the last time.
It's with Hales, West, Martin, Woodall, Smith and Tandy. So Tandy at the back of this group. Now we begin the descent. Will Ollie West look to the inside? He has a look, but Hales has enough speed and momentum to cover the position. Oh, there's Oliver Woodall taking 4th position away from Heath Smith. Hales is offline. Is Oliver West going to have a little look coming out of this corner? Here comes Ralph Martin, wheel to wheel for second. Drag race for second to the line. Well, Hales wins.
Cracking.
West and Martin second and third. Heath Smith takes 4th from Oliver Woodall. With Felix Tandy in 6th, and I look down, 1.6 seconds separating the top 6.
Incredible. We had a gap of, would you believe, a huge gap of 0.4 of a second for Henry Hills.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I know.
Unheard of.
Ollie West had 97 thousandths of a second to Ralph Martin, who had 0.4 to Heath Smith, who had 0.4 to Oliver Woodall, who had a tenth, just under 2 tenths.